it's time to dish with D. That's me. Thank you for calling this video and making yourself a priority. I am Denise. It is a special video today. One of you lovelies, Jackie, Jackie, she sent me this email a few weeks back. I had just lost Bailey, so I really wasn't up to doing it. And I said to her, sounds really interesting. I said, but I think I just want to, I'm taking it easy. She's like, absolutely. But I'm feeling, I'm getting better every day. It's hard, as you know, and I thank you all. Every one of you who sent me messages, emails, texts, sent me cards and gifts. My gosh, I am overwhelmed how much you all loved Bailey. And he loved being part of the team, He's going to be missed here for quite a while. But you all loved him too, so I appreciate the love. I do. So, but we're going to get into this. This is Jackie. She called it Myths versus Truth. Could be about healthy lifestyle, dieting, weight loss in general. Now, let's put this disclaimer out. These are my myths and truths, my answers. You might say, D, you're nuts. I don't think that way. But, I've been doing this for quite a while, and not that I'm an expert, because I don't claim to be, but I do have a pretty good track record for the last, well, not lately, but I usually have a good track record. So I will explain my answers. And like I said, we could have an adult discussion, but this is my video, my myths, my truths, And I'm going to explain the answers as well. There's about 12 of them. So we're going to see if we can get through these and not take up too much time. And if I could copy and paste them, maybe I will at the bottom. You can look at them if you want. You can answer them too. Alrighty. Number 1, skipping meals helps you lose weight faster. I want to say it's a myth and a truth, because people, if you're skipping meal, you're eating less. So would you lose weight faster? Yes. But are you losing it incorrectly? Yes. So I would say it's a myth, because it's not really a correct way to lose weight. It's one thing to not be hungry. It's another thing to be hungry and refuse to eat. There's the difference. So it could be both. Number 2, eating fat makes you fat. That is a myth and a truth. It is a myth. We should have fats in our diet. Absolutely. We have to keep them in check. Yeah, you're allowed to have fats, but you can't sit there and have a whole abundance of them. Like deep frying something is not the best idea. But yeah, when we sit there and say, no, we're not eating this, we're not eating that, that's not the reality I live in. Can I eat less of that? Absolutely. And I mean, look at the people on keto. All they're eating is fats. So, it doesn't make you fat. An overabundance of anything makes you gain weight. Number 3, weight loss is all about cutting calories. Truth. That's truth. You have to eat less. Eating less is cutting calories. Calorie deficit to lose weight. It's on everything that you do. I mean, through calorie count, you have to eat less. Here's the calories to maintain your weight. This is the calories to lose weight. Weight Watchers, when you lose weight, you get less points until you get to maintenance. So that's the truth. Number 4, how many times should I eat in a day to lose weight? That's not really a myth or a truth, but I'm going to say as often as you want. You know what? You have all day to fit in food. There's no set time you should eat. You shouldn't say, well, I'm only going to eat this and that. I don't eat that. As long as you get the correct amount of macros, calories, points, you can eat as many times as you want. There's no set guideline of when and not to eat. Like, I don't like when people say, well, I don't eat this, I don't eat that. As long as you stay within your calories, your points, you can eat whatever you want. Quite honestly, that's how I feel. That's my truth. All right. Number 5, carbs are fattening. Myth. There. Again, people think that people want to blame fats, carbs. They want to blame something for why they lose weight. Now, as you get older, do we metabolize differently? We do. Can carbs kind of work against us? Certain carbs do. Doesn't mean you don't have them at all. No, you just have, you try to keep everything in check. And not everybody gets that way. There's people that could sit there and eat your face in carbs and be as skinny as a rail. So it's definitely a myth, and it depends on the situation, depends on your health, your family history, your lifestyle, and your body makeup. We're all different. But generally speaking, carbs do not make you fat. Carbs give us energy. I love a good carb. And remember, there are good carbs and there's bad carbs. So yeah, you got to have your good carbs versus your bad carbs. I have a whole video on carbs, the difference. It's I think carbs get generalized, but there are good carbs out there. Which meal is best to skip, breakfast, lunch, or dinner? None. I don't think you should skip any meal, quite honestly. But if I were told I had to skip a meal, I would probably skip lunch because I'm hungry in the morning and I'm hungriest at night, or dinner time. So I would say if I had to skip them, it would probably be lunch. But I don't think you should skip any meal, like I said. And just because it's a meal doesn't mean it has to be a meal. It could be a few things. Like people think when they say lunch has to be this, big buffet. No, it could be as simple as some veggies and dip and a piece of cheese. That ain't much. So I always feel like keeping your metabolism revved always seems to help me. Like I said, lunch doesn't always have to be a sandwich and chips and soup. It could be vegetables. It could be a piece of fruit. It could be something. It could be some peanut butter on celery. Like I think we have that mentality is lunch, and it doesn't have to be that way. But yes, I would not skip any of them. But if the ones I wind up skipping usually would have to be lunch. Or if I'm running late in the morning and I'm busy and I'm working, I sometimes have a later breakfast, which turns into lunch. What does Steve call that? Dinner? No, that's lunch and dinner. I guess it's brunch. So yeah, that's happened a lot where I've just gotten busy and it's funny because it's happened to you. When you are like busy and you wind up like eating later, you just don't get hungry anymore. It's like, but then once you start eating, oh my God, all hell breaks loose. Well, it happens to me. I can be like, oh my God, it's 12:30. I haven't eaten. And I'm not even hungry. Then you start eating. You're like, oh my God, I'm ravenous. I don't know. That's what happens to me. Maybe it's a mind thing. I don't know. Number 7, snacks are unnecessary calories. Myth. Because snacks are great. If you need a little something to keep you going, snacks don't necessarily have to be cookies, cakes, candy. They can be fruit, vegetables, hummus, a banana, some peanut butter. They don't have to be bad. I think that we think of snacks as, I guess the old way we used to be was, I'm going to have some M&Ms. It's, I have a little snack. But snacks don't have to be bad. It could be nuts. People love like peanuts and almonds, cashews. I personally love the pre-portioned packages because I cannot be trusted with a big bag of anything. Or even pre-portioned like puff corn or pre-portioned chips. They're going to go Weight Watcher wise. There's some of them are like 80 to 100 calories, 3 or 4 points. It's doable. But yeah, definitely they're not unnecessary because you have to have a certain amount of calories in each day. Even if it's a calorie deficit, you really should be getting to that calorie deficit. All right. Number 8, some drinks such as shakes and frappes can be so high in calories and sugar, yet people don't realize it. This could have as many calories as a meal. Oh, hashtag truth on that one. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Because there's sugar in the cream, there's sugar in the topping, there's sugar in the coffee. Yes. So, yeah, a lot of people cut back on those, and you can see that's a lot of people who've gone on healthy weight loss journeys and tried to lose weight always have the most trouble with their coffee, their creamer, and what they use to sweeten it with. I always say, thank God I don't like coffee, because I probably would love something like that. Like, I think I would need cream and sweet foam and all that. But yeah, it could be a killer. Now, I have learned, I do matchas and chais, and I have learned to do skim milk. I'm telling you, it's really good. I think we think of skim milk as when we were kids, it was blue. I don't know. The one I had was not blue. And I put it in my frother, the electric one, and you could warm it up, and literally looks like whipped cream. Don't knock it. It's really good. So, Yeah, you have some dead calories in those drinks, and oh my gosh, I'm so glad I don't like them. So I do like, I was having, in fact, it's out again. It was that matcha, the oat milk. Oat milk's another one. Oh my gosh, you know how many points and calories is in oat milk? It's crazy. It had lavender and it was oat milk. God, they're good, but man, they are a killer. So you have to be careful. Always try to create your own and save yourself some points and calories. I'm not a person who likes to drink their calories or points. I like to eat them. That's why I'm not a huge drinker anymore, because it's like wine and beer and all that. Ugh. Well, I'm not a beer drinker. We're talking wine, and I love me a good sangria. All right, number 8. Which meal should be the biggest meal of the day for weight loss? Well, they would say breakfast because you have all day to work it off. You're the most active in the morning. I mean, if you're going to have a heavy meal, have it early so you have most of the day to, burn some of that off, get some of those calories out. That would be I personally, my biggest meals are breakfast and dinner. I would say they're pretty much comparable, but there's always like a heavy meat mostly in a dinner, and breakfast isn't a heavy meat. There's usually a chicken sausage or a Canadian bacon or regular bacon, but dinners always could be like beef, and sometimes there's a lot of chicken and turkey, but I would say either one, but I would definitely say try to get them earlier rather than later. And that's why late night snacking for a lot of people does them in, because sometimes you could have those high late night snacks and you're sitting down. It's 8 o'clock at night. You're not doing anything but watching television and eating some high calorie snack. Better off having everything earlier and just try to save the light stuff for later. I personally don't snack after dinner since I had really bad reflux. It's just a habit. All right. Number 10, what's better, intermittent fasting or small meals throughout the day? It's kind of a myth that intermittent fasting is better. I think this is my opinion, be kind. Intermittent fasting, you have a window to eat. Usually there's like a 12 to 15 hour fast and you have a window to eat. Personally, I don't think I could eat my correct amount of calories in that short of window. So it just doesn't work for me. I can't sit there and eat when I don't want to. So there was a nutritionist on YouTube. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but she used to call intermittent fasting calorie deficit, because you're always going to not eat enough. If you're really into health, you're not going to eat enough. Or if you're the person that's like, well, I could eat, it's in my window, then you're not going to benefit as much of intermittent fasting. For me, it just doesn't work. So I would say spread out through the day. I can't sit there and well, I can't eat because it's not 12 o'clock yet. So, I mean, because realistically, how much can I eat between 12 and 6? First, I have things to do. I can't be eating all day. I'm busy. So the reality is I'm not going to be able to eat enough for that amount of time. That's just how it works for me. But I know a lot of you love it, and God love you if you do. I said that one. Number 11, you should not snack between meals. Myth. That's a myth. People will be like, well, there's no need to snack. There's never a need to snack. It's you want to snack. If you want something and you have the ability to have it because you have calories and points and it's healthy, why not have it? Don't live by such rigid rules. If it fits into your life, it fits into your life. If it doesn't fit into her life, that's her problem. But it fits into yours, so enjoy it. Don't put so many labels on things. I think we label everything. And so-and-so says that she does this, and that's how she lost her weight, so that's what I have to do. We live in this society where everything is everybody's got their opinion telling you this is what you should do, and this is, you need to make your own decision. If snacking worked for you, then it works for you. It is a truth. It is not a myth that you should not snack. Eating healthy is expensive. Say it with me. Truth. It is. And I think they make it that way. They do. It's just because you have to buy such specific things, I think, for a healthier lifestyle. I mean, all the crap stuff is really inexpensive. I mean, look at the price of eggs. Oh, do we need to talk? Maybe they'll watch this video a few years from now and be like, what's the matter with the price of eggs? I don't remember that. Yes, in the year 2025, a dozen eggs was, here in where I live, was over $6. Yeah, it is. So I definitely think it's a truth, People say, well, it doesn't have to be if you, if you eat, just off the land or something, but we all don't. The reality is we all don't. Most of us like the convenience of certain things. We're working, we're quick, we just need something and we need it quickly. So yeah, all that stuff is expensive. And if you're looking at, like, if you're at a high protein diet, anything that has a significant amount of protein is over $3 for a bar or a drink. It's just how it is. They feel they can charge that for anything that's usually over, like, if it's anything from like 15 to 20 grams of protein per like bar or drink is usually around $3. This is like I'm generalizing. You can get them on sale, but that's usually, and a lot of people, that's what they like. They like the protein. I mean, think about it. I was just talking about this the other day about Quest bars were very popular back when I started Weight Watchers in 2013, 14. And so all you see was Quest. And like, I'm thinking that was the standard bar. I'm like, yeah, now they're like, they have caramel and nuts and they're covered in chocolate and they're whipped. They taste like this. I mean, they've come such a long way in a short period of time. But that's what people like. People want to feel like they're eating something good that tastes like it's bad, because it makes you feel like you're getting the best of both worlds. I'm going to have protein, but it's going to taste like a Snicker bar. I'm there with you. So that is all 12 questions. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, I will hopefully try to copy and paste them in the description box below. If you want to answer them in the comments, 1 through 12, be my guest. But like I said, these are just some of them weren't myths and true, some of them were true answers. But, I think we all have our own path. But with my experience, this was my answer. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you again, Jackie, for submitting this. If you all want to submit a video, please feel free. My email is right in the description box below, dishwithdee@yahoo.com. It's a lot of fun. It's like a subscriber's choice. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, join us here at Dish with Dee, where we talk like this. It is what it is some days, and things sometimes are cut and dry. They are. And yeah, your truth might not be my truth might not be your truth, but, we all live here in harmony. If you enjoy this video, give it a big old thumbs up, and I will dish with you another day. Thanks for watching. I will see you soon, my lovelies.